3 crucial things you should know about working overtime. Working overtime occurs when you spend additional time beyond your agreed and contractual hours at work. The concept of working overtime is not alien to most employees, but it can be harmful to your productivity. Some have argued that it ensures that work gets done, but this does nothing to change how it impacts productivity. Connect with me via WhatsApp, +234 703 247 4726, to get more interesting videos. Please, to support. When working overtime becomes a norm, it can be harmful to your performance. What happens is that after some time, the law of diminishing returns will set in. You might initially get work done by working extra hours, but its long-term effect will come back to haunt you. If you are getting paid for working overtime, several studies have shown that it can be detrimental to your health. Here are 3 things to know about working overtime. 1. What Nigerian law says. According to the Nigerian Labor Act, a 1-hour break is required of employers per 6 hours of work done by every employee. In the Nigerian context, overtime accrues to an employee when he/she works in excess of their working hours stated in their employment contract. The Nigerian Labor Act is not specific on pay per hour or minute for employees. However, employees and their employers are expected to set an agreed rate for overtime pay, and it has to be a contractual agreement. As such, an employer cannot force any given rate down the throat of an employee. 2. Diminishes productivity. Most employees who are paid overtime use it as an avenue to earn more on their paycheck, but according to the International Game Developers Association, working overtime will drop your productivity. Immediately upon starting overtime, and continues to drop until, at approximately 8 60-hour weeks, the total work done is the same as what would have been done in 8 40-hour weeks. For both the employer and employee, this will lead to poor results in the long term. It will also have a negative impact on your ability to reach set goals, but unlike the organization, in the case of an employee, poor performance can lead to being shown the door. 3. Don't normalize it. Working more than 55 hours a week maximizes your risks of facing health challenges, according to a study. Learn how to say no and prioritize your well-being. There is no point earning money you are most likely to spend in the hospital in the days ahead. It can be tempting to go for the extra cash, but don't hesitate to ask for more time from your manager, as the timelines handed to you are not realistic. Final thoughts on working overtime. Communication is key at the workplace. Endeavor to prioritize your work in a way that you do not have to find yourself working overtime. If the situation you find yourself makes this impossible, find time to rest and strike that work-life balance. If the situation you find yourself makes this impossible, find time to rest and strike that work-life balance.